Auntie Trina, Sharrell's World. You know, I seen Chick around for the better part of maybe 2.5 years. And at first, when I first saw her channel, I thought she was cool. I thought she was like, hey, she just doing what everybody else do, right? And then I started seeing something. She was way more vicious and matter of factly than a lot of other people. And I saw you had this little man you call your husband. Hey, Bobby. Hey, girl. Saw a little fella you call your husband that was sitting next to you. He was just co-signing anything you said. So I looked today and I was just shuffling around or whatever, and I saw you about to go live at 6 o'clock, right? Sharrell, you about to go live, huh? Go give it to Jaguar, right? Yeah, you about to go live, huh? About to go live for the culture. Let me tell you something about Sharrell. Trina. Trina, you are a xenophobe. How can I say it? You are the antithesis of what I call a mean old bitter woman. See, Trina. Hey, Trina. Trina. Trina is about 50 something plus years old. And old Trina gal, auntie, is out here trying to have a war of words with Jaguar Wright because she claims Jaguar Wright and Jaguar Wright's husband lied to her. They lied to her. Entonces sabe la gente en la boca. But they said they lied to her. You can't lie to Sharrell. Oh, no. She's the personification of truth. Is that so? Trina leaving out a whole bunch of things out of the conversation since we try to be truthful. And I want to give you an opportunity, Trina, before 6 o'clock here, 6 p.m., whether East Coast, West Coast, it depends on you. I want to give Trina the ability to learn something. Trina, within the past 2 years, gal, you've been sued 2 times. If you really want to call 3 times, but that one didn't make it to litigation. Now you can find this out. Does Diane Jenkins ring a bell? Diane Jenkins? She was a white woman. She sued you. There was another person that sued you. There was a couple. And then there was somebody else that sued you. So you had 3 litigations between 2020 to 2021. Well, let's say 2 and a possible. Let's say 2 and a possible. Now, Trina, I don't know how you make your money nowadays, Trina. But the average star, and I had a friend that was on Love and Hip Hop. Now, this was a Real Housewives, but it's the same fine. These guys don't make a lot of money unless they're up there. So I know what that setback is. Let's just say they probably make more money than you. Because I looked up your worth. Now, I'm not going to put that out there. I'm not going to try to embarrass you, Trina. With an A. Trina with an A. Out of all the ghetto manifestations in the world, Trina with an A. All right, let me get back to serious here. Trina, with Diane Jenkins, I'm just going to home in on her. When she decided to sue you or bring forth a lawsuit, right? At the time, you had the advantage because she sent you not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, but 8 cease and desist letters. Let me tell you a little bit of what I know about cease and desist letters and my little time in the music business, all 17 years working for Diddy out of all people. Let me put this in perspective for you, Trina gal. Trina. Name's Trina. Let me tell you, Trina. All right, Trina. Trina, I'm not making this live to talk about you and specifically, to be quite honest with you. If you want to keep talking about people, you want to keep relegating to get, brought in on possible litigations or hoping that the judge will throw this one out or whatever, what you're going to find soon enough, Trina, is that nobody's going to be that one judge that says, you know what, nah, she's been in here too many times. I see her name. Is that Trina again? Trina with an A. I can't make this up. So listen, Trina with an A. Let me give you a little bit of advice. I want you to go ahead and do your programming that you're gonna do at 6 o'clock today. It's 6 p.m. That's what it's scheduled for, right? Everybody turn on the notifications. She's gonna get on there and she's gonna expose Jack. All right. But look here, Auntie. As you keep on trying to expose people, you nearing 60. You even sound elderly on that mic. This a mess, child. This a mess. What you say, Auntie? It's a mess, sugar. This a mess, sugar. Should taste like honey. Oh, Suge Avery, you getting up there. What's up? What we gonna call? Now we can't give a call it Suge. Somebody else called Suge. They actually got talent. We ain't gonna call it Suge. But listen, Sharrell, Trina. I'm sorry, Trina with an A. I'm sorry. That's your name. Trina with an A. All right. Trina with an A. Trina, that's like somebody you know all your life. Ain't that Peaches? They don't call me Peaches no more. My name's Sharrell. Hold on. I'm serious. Be serious. So you plan on going at 6 o'clock this afternoon. You plan on going on live. Let me guess, you gonna get on there and you're gonna expose Jaguar, right? And then you're gonna use about 6 or 7 other people's names along the way. Is that right? Is that the effort today? Is that what you about to do, Auntie? Auntie, I don't know how many times you got on your program and you talked about comrades of mine, people from the company or whatever. I mean, for the most part, everybody let it pass. You know what I mean? Who cares? Whatever. You know, you had more than enough opportunities. And unlike Jaguar Wright, who's actually talented, let's throw aside everything that's going on with her, past tense, whatever. Yeah. She still won an accolade, right? So you won't know about that because you never was. You had opportunities, Sharrell, and everybody gave a hard no. You want to talk about that? We can talk about some shit now. You want to talk, but let's have a conversation about that. How many opportunities did you get? I'm talking about outside of YouTube. How many opportunities did you get in all the decades? Because Auntie almost 60. You should be singing church hymns. And look, before you start digging into me, I'm in my 40s. Proud and loud. You understand what I'm saying? I'm having the time of my life. And the past 17 years I had was with a record company. You understand what I'm saying? So ain't much you can say. But you, Trina, Sharrell, you had opportunities. You had some real good opportunities. And all those opportunities fell through because of that. You always had a lot of mouth. You talk too much. So your son thing is talking too much. And you saw what you were seen as a liability before you even got through the door. Now tell me I'm lying. It took me 15, 20 minutes to find out a lot about you. And I didn't have to go through Google. You got sued 3 times. Well, 2 times in a possible since 2020, and it's only 2023. And you talking about Jaguar Wright being honest? If you don't go sit your country auntie ass down somewhere, look, you go play yourself if you do that live at 6 o'clock. Trust me, auntie, listen to me. What's that? Ain't that oatmeal raisin cookies bacon? Is that you, Trina? Listen, Trina. Listen to me well, Trina. I know you don't think I'm saying anything, but you know what I'm saying, right? I'm not threatening you. I'm not telling you what you should and shouldn't do or whatever. Let's just say this, right? If you go on at 6 p.m. today, right? Keep in mind of this, Auntie. When you go on at 6 o'clock, right? And I mean that with the utmost respect. Listen, Trina, you sound elderly, all right? Your husband, boyfriend, whatever his name is, he sound elderly. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all both sound like 2 elderly people. Y'all give me a second, kid, because I just want to get 2 or 3 more people here before I leave. Y'all both sound elderly. So y'all sound like 2 elderly people sitting there talking about young people. So it come off to most people that ain't elderly like y'all hating. You understand what I'm saying? Now, even if you was 30, 40 years old, it would still look like hating. But Auntie, you on your way to reaching 60, Auntie. Auntie Trina. Hermano sabe, tú sabes, ¿no? Hermano, listen, you on your way to hitting 60, auntie, okay? Let's just say, let's put something else in the fold for what's going to happen next, okay? Nobody wants to sit on YouTube and listen to a 60-year-old woman cackle and gackle day after day after day after day after day after day about other people's business. And this is once again what I was saying to you guys. You need to start as subscribers asking and demanding more from your YouTubers. You understand? The YouTubers that you have out here this woman has made a career off of, and I don't know if all her followers are real. I don't care. I know how it divides up. So, but she still gets a significant follower. So let's not make that mistake. I'm not here to do that. But what I'm here to simply suggest is Auntie Trina Sharrell. As Trina with an A. All right, Trina with an A. With the Section 8 high rising projects. Ooh, hold on. What I'm saying to you, Auntie, is you getting a little too old for this shit. They even cashed out Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams about 50 something too. It's something about the women when they turn around about 50. I'm talking about head towards the late 50s. I ain't talking about early 50s. I'm talking about head towards the late 50s. They start cashing them out. They're like, well, you ain't this. You want me to be honest? You ain't got a fuckable quality till you no more. So you join the ranks of the unfuckables. Y'all see that picture of fucking Avatar? I can't make this shit up. Who want to hit that? Hey, Bobby, that's all yours, player. That's all yours. Bobby will shoot at you over there. And old Dustin Huffman, it come out the house. You know, I've been with her since 1968. How are y'all letting this shit ride? These motherfuckers sound elderly. Like, she literally sounds like if you close your eyes, listen to one of her podcasts. If you close your eyes, turn around backwards, tell me that don't sound like your aunt at the church or something like, baby, can you make me another plate before we go? You know, the church having another fundraiser. Hey, baby. Sometimes you turn around and Sharrell sound like she got to say, hey, sugar. Look here, Betty. I mean, Trina. Look here, Betty. You and Steven need to take a break, all right? You and your sidekick there. Y'all need to take a break for about 5 minutes, start reevaluating things. Y'all got to find something else because trying to be out here with the 20, 30, or 40-year-olds in the gossip game, what's going on in hip hop or whatever the case may be, that ain't for you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure the guy loves you. I mean, who the hell else is he going to go to? Bob ain't trying to disrespect you. Bob. I think that's his name, Bobby. Bobby, do you work out? You got a regimen? Whatever. I'll beat your ass. I'm sorry, hold on. I wish the guy you say something, I'll be saying something about this bitch. What's her name, Trina? I wish to God you run up to me talking to me about this bitch. For real. This old elderly evil witch of a bitch has been sitting on the internet for the past 4-5 years talking shit about people. And now you want to sit up and act like you the motherfucking brim of morality when it comes to Jaguar. And I'm not even here capping for Jaguar. Shout out to Jaguar anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the principle behind it. You are now projected at 6 p.m. today to go on and talk about a live, talk about, I'm going to shut it down with Jaguar. Why? Because she said something about you. Because she said something about you, Auntie. Auntie, you almost 60 years old, and you out here finagling with the 20, the 30, and the 40-year-olds. Ain't you been supposed to be planning your retirement right now? Auntie Trina. I gotta ask you a question for real, Trina. Trina, you know how to twerk? since you won't be so young. Now I'm gonna stop because it's gonna be one day when I'll be 60 or whatever. But as a man being 60 is totally different. Like I said, I'm not going hard at her. I'm not trying to diss her channel. I'm not trying to disengage. I don't flag your channel, Sharrell, even though I don't like the material. I'm not here to try to persuade you. Don't fuck with this chick. If you want to mess with her, you go mess with her. If that's your cup of tea, you go mess with her. I don't like that type of brand of shit. You understand? And she's a exact example of what I'm talking about because she has over 400,000 subscribers. Why? Because she talks about people. So evidently the bulk of society or the bulk of the portion that delve into that type of world, that's what they like. And that's for them to like. You know, I'm not here to judge you what you like. But what I do have a problem is you sat there and you can continue to get into this after you said, I'm not going to talk about Jaguar Wright no more, but you're continuing to talk about Jaguar Wright because you know if you talk about her in a negative light right now, it brings views to your page. It ain't going to be like what I do. Like I try to talk something positive, whatever, a couple hundred views, whatever. If I was talking about something in drama about her, if I was talking about making fun of her when she got locked up, which is not funny. If I would have did any of that, first of all, if you ever been in a situation like that, you know firsthand, if you got any morality, throw YouTube to the side. Throw YouTube to the side. If you got any morality, you don't take the opportunity to go in on that. So I'm ashamed a lot of you vloggers for even going that far and not having the gumption or the balls to be like, yo, you know what? I'm going to sit this one out. See, Sharrell can't do that because Sharrell's desperate. This is her last click. You understand what I'm saying here? And I mean that with the utmost sincerity. This is your last click. In 2 to 3 to 4 more years, Auntie Sharrell, you're going to be the fuck up out of here. Nobody's going to want to hear from no 60-year-old broad talking about 20, 30, or 40-year-olds issues. All right? That's just the way it is. You understand what I'm saying? And I know that hurts. I know you don't want to hear that, Auntie. But Trina, you got to cut this out, baby. You got to cut it out, baby. We love you, Sharrell. We want to see you move forward and prosper into your elder years, you know? So you got to watch what the fuck you talking about, bitch. So, you know, that's it, really. And other than that, I hope your show moves on well. I hope everything goes on great or whatever. But we're trying to have, what's the word I'm looking for here? Help me out, Trina. We're trying to have a mediation. You understand? And you're in the way of that. And unfortunately, there have been other vloggers that have said what they said, and they said they're done with the situation. They don't want to deal with Jag anymore, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not here to act as a PR person necessarily for Jag. You understand? But what I do know is right from wrong, and I don't believe in kicking somebody when they're down. But at the same time, Jag, stop speaking about these motherfuckers if you see this. Stop speaking about them because that's what they want to see. Don't you follow? From the time I initially first talked to you, everything that I told you would happen, happened. Don't you see that? Like, the fuck? Wake up. I'm a Taurus too. Listen to me for 5 fucking minutes. Go numb on these niggas. Now, what she wants you to do is she's going to want you to respond to her. Jaguar, whatever you do, don't respond to this don't respond to Auntie Trina. This woman sound elderly on her. I mean, like, you can't listen. Ain't no way in hell you hosted any of the stuff that you talk about. All right, you ain't hosted no hip hop parties or nothing with that. Is my grandma in here? Hey, baby. Trina. Sharrell, get serious for a minute. Don't respond to these broads. You understand? Matter of fact, it impacts you and it builds you more of a justice if you don't speak about them. No, baby, you the motherfucking issue. Don't you get it? Let them talk. The more they talk and you step back, I'll give you a perfect example, Jag, if you see this. You stepped away for a year. Remember, huh? You stepped away for a year. And when you came back a year after you was gone, everybody wanted to talk to you, right? I told you initially, talk about the dog. Don't talk about, get the gossiping with these guys. You got more to offer than the gossiping shit and the arguing with people. Don't do it no more. Don't do it no more. Don't start off your new year in 2022 arguing with these fucks because you're going to end off 2023 doing the same thing. And then you're going to come into 2024. No. Right now is the mark and the man. Somebody told me to tell you this, huh? Right now is the moment where you can step away from all this gossip and stuff and teach these kids your experience that you had. They're all doing gossiping. Sharrell spends every day doing gossiping. You get what I'm saying? The gossiping fold is old. You may not see it now, but I guarantee you, in 5 to 6 months, it's already dissipating as it is. So in 5 to 6 months, this whole thing will be gone. But don't waste your time arguing with the likes of Sharrell or others like her. Now, Sharrell, I'm not here to bash you, auntie. All right, I'm really not. You don't have to worry about me flagging your page. I don't do that. You don't have to worry about me going over it and or in this post right here and suggesting to people that you don't go check out Sharrell's world. If you want to go check out, go check out. My point is this. You've got to watch for people that preemptively, and that's what you did, Trina, preemptively try to start issues and problems such as you're seeing right now. And it seems like to me that now there's a certain accolade of Black women and Latin women that are taking their attention off the men, or they wounded right now. Let's get back on the battlefield. And now they're going after other women. You understand? And I got a problem with that because I told you girls that wasn't into that, y'all should have straightened these bitches out months ago. I told y'all that. I said, you should have straightened these bitches out months ago and you wouldn't have to worry about it. Now they're coming after you. So listen to me very closely. Jaguar, I don't give a fuck who's around you, okay? Listen to me. I'm telling you something for the resurgence of your career. This shit right here, this ain't the resurgence of your career. Trust me when I tell you this. We get on here, we talk that shit or whatever, but don't get on these back and forths with people. Right now, what you have to convince people is because they already have planted in their head that you're crazy. You understand? And I don't mean that in a bad way, and I'm not trying to insult you. They have pinned in their head that you're crazy. You understand what I'm saying? And they think this based off an evaluation. I've seen people go on psych evaluations before. That doesn't mean that you're fucking crazy. But these people are planted in their head whatever narrative they have for you. You understand? So the best thing for you to do is not to sit there and engage with them. Let Auntie Trina, Sharrell world, let Auntie Trina say whatever she's going to say this evening or whatever. She says she's going to make some wild impact or whatever. Even if she had 400 or 4 million subscribers, it wouldn't make an impact as far as you coming up on the stage and blowing some lyrics. You understand what I'm saying? It's called Sharrell who? You know what I mean? We're talking about somebody that's untalented. They have to talk about other people's talents in current situations that actually appear like they have talent. Get me? So don't argue with this fucking broad, all right? Her and Bobby. Hey, Bobby. Hey, girl. Bobby, you what they would call a kept man. You know what a kept man is? I mean, Sharrell over there paying for everything. And you just agree and keep your mouth shut. What's going on, bro? Betty never heard of you before. What's going on? All right. So what I want to say is, if you see any female vloggers or male vloggers like these people, Jaguar, this ain't a fucking request no more. Walk away. I know it's hard for us as tourists to walk away, but sometimes you got to walk away. Because when you walk away, you win. You understand what I'm saying? Let this broad say whatever the fuck she's going to say this afternoon. Trust me on this one. Let her say whatever the fuck she's going to say right now. That's probably Auntie Sharrell in here right now. Hi, what's going on, Tina Gray? Let this broad say whatever the fuck she's going to say at 6 p.m. today. Auntie Trina, Sharrell's world. Let her say whatever she's going to say. But Sharrell, if you coming from any point of dignity, morality, or whatever, let me remind you and the people that you try to, including the last person that sued you, Diane Jenkins, or attempted to sue you, that, broad, you've had two litigations and one possible that they threw out within a 3-year span of talking about people. And it's funny as hell because all the people are white. Every last one of them is white. Real Housewives of such and such and all that crap or whatever. So you've had two litigations and one impossible in the past 3 years. You want to talk about morality? You want to talk about Jaguar, where she's standing, how they lied to you? After they sent you 8 cease and desist, yes, you heard me correct. Diane Jenkins' lawyers sent her 8 cease and desist letters, and she continued on lying. That's what they were saying you were doing. You were lying. They said you were lying. Not that you got sued. They said that you were lying, Sharrell. And the second lawsuit, they said you was lying. I will tell you who that person is too. Y'all stay right here. With Amber and John Yates. They sued you. They got thrown out. But they said the same thing. You were lying. So you wanted up here to talk about that Goober and Jaguar lied to you. Bitch, you a liar. Bitch, you a liar. And you've been brought to court because you've been a liar. I can't make this up. And this is when I'm talking about this fake morality that goes on online with you guys. Where you sit around and you act like you're at the teat and the tide of. First of all, most of y'all don't even come from the same fucking background as me or a lot of my other friends. You pretend. We don't have to pretend. I can be myself. You understand what I'm saying? And I remember this famous quote, and what's the name? In what was that movie? Paper Soldiers, Kevin Hart. It was one of Kevin Hart's first movie. Had Beanie Siegel in it. And they did this movie, they had this one scene when they go rob the house or whatever, and they got caught out. And the white kid was like, yo, why ain't you running? He was like, shh, I dress like I fit around. I look like I'm from here. You guys got troubles. You understand what I'm saying? So Auntie Sharrell, as you sitting around, or Auntie Trina, that's Trina with an A. Trina with an A. Anyway, Trina with an A. And I say this respectfully. She's a liar. She talks smack when she a liar herself. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She's a liar. She's been sued 3 times. Well, 2 and a possible. I have to say 2 and a possible because one was thrown out. And that was between the Yates crew or family or whatever you want to say. And then there's another one before this one. But Diane Jenkins was the last one. And this was just of November this past year. You understand what I'm saying? So as of November this past year, you were accused, they accused you of lying. And they sent you 8 cease and desist letters. Look, I worked for a record company for 17 years. I seen Puff send enough of them cease and desist letters out, or the representative of the company, to many of people, especially when we was doing the Ciroc thing. People wanted to have Ciroc parties, say that the party was sponsored by Ciroc when it wasn't. Dick Storm involved in that? Nah. James Cruz over there? Nah. Puff over there? Nah. Sean Prez over there? Nah. Then that ain't a Ciroc party. Send them a cease and desist letter. Can't make this up. Sudden dodgy about it. Always has been. I've said in the past, y'all wonder what I'm doing, trying to keep my throat clear here. I've said in the past 3 years, and I'm not here to bash the woman or deride y'all. Say, I don't do that sucker stuff. Like, don't go to her channel no more. No, I want y'all to make your own decisions, okay? Make your own decisions. But you're not beyond reproach, Rod. And you're not beyond, and that little suck-ass husband you got over there with his little sissy ass. Boy, if you don't get some balls about you, you just sit up there and let her talk over you. She don't even care about your opinion. You just sit over there. And that's why I said what I said to you. Hey, Bobby. Hey, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you, a house husband? Like, get some balls, guy. Like, come on. You're fucking detriment to the culture here. This guy sits there and he co-signs everything that she said. You better pay attention, Bobby, because if she gets sold, the money go. That little house or that little cute shit. Y'all a little too old in the game for that. These are people that are almost 60. Why are you talking about hip-hop issues that involve people that are 20, 30, 40 years old? And you almost 60. You're almost 60. The game is almost up. Y'all better go on down there to SSI, fill out, get that little 55 and plus housing, and shove it all out. You know what I mean? Like, I can guarantee you, by the time she reaches 58, 59, 60, they're going to cut her off. They're going to cut her off. The only reason she's been able to reign this long is because there's a lot of broads that's online that do the bulk of gossiping that are 55 and above. You got chicks that are 60. I ran into a chick on my page and I asked her, this was a year ago. I asked her how old she was. She said, I'm 67 years old. I said, you 67? Why the fuck are you on YouTube if you're 67? Like, unless you're talking to the grandkids or whatever, but she was arguing on people. There's a whole bunch of these elderly folks that have joined online, their nephews, aunt, cousins, excuse me, that grandsons, whoever, to set them up an account. And they have found out, oh, I can interact on this. So they found out how to use social media. So they'll get involved in conversations that they see a lot of people at, not necessarily because they're clearing up, they just go there. So I've seen these old, and all you have to do is look at their avatar picture, it'll tell you everything, and then click their profile, go to their profile and look. You'd be like, yo, this person old as hell talking right now. And I don't mean old in the sense of like, you old, you wash, you worthless. I don't mean that. That's silly. What I mean is, okay, for me, right? It makes no sense for me sitting up there talking about Lil Yachty, 21 Savage, or somebody like that in detail, right? Because they're in their 20s, out of my scope. You understand what I'm saying? I'm familiar with their music. I know what they do. If they had a concert, I'd be at it. But as far as talking about them and making that the impetus of my conversation, I'm not doing it. This woman, I think the problem a lot of people have with her is Sharrell, aka Trina. Hey, Trina. Hey, girl. I think the problem everybody has with Trina is that Trina seems to talk about everybody under the sun except herself. And that's the problem with a lot of these vloggers. See, I get on here and I talk about myself many of times. I tell my truths or whatever. And it works against me most of the time. You know, understand what I said? It definitely does increase the donations. If you guys like to donate, it's $STRINGERBELL80. The link is in the description box if you'd like to contribute. But it doesn't help with that. Being honest and being self-worth and not getting on here smashing people, including when Jaguar fell down just maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I didn't take that opportunity and say, hey, let me smash or honor or whatever. And we had an interaction that was, 50-50 when we had our interaction on camera. You understand what I'm saying? Documented. And I could have taken that opportunity. I'm saying this from my own perspective. And I'm talking about Jaguar inclusiveness. And only her and I know this. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't an opportunist even after I saw the video and said, let me chop it up, put it out there, get some views. I'm not a sucker like that. I've never been a guy like that. You understand? I'm a bad boy. We don't move like that. So if you've been around us, Jag, you know that. So there was no way whatsoever I was going to respond to that. You understand what I'm saying? And it was based off the fact that this was my first initial meet with her via camera. You understand? So even after everything had happened, I could have been that guy and been like, hey, see, she's crazy. See how she talked about me? And, the usual route the suckers do. You understand? A lot of these people that are online nowadays are guys 10 years ago in the game who would have been chasing them down the block, smacking them in the back of the head. You understand? These are the cowards of society. And now they appear tough to you because they're on camera. But you'll notice that these people always stay in the house. Sharrell you ever see Sharrell do that show anywhere else except for that little office space she got right there between her kitchen and her living room? You think you fooling somebody, huh? There ain't no goddamn studio. That's a throughway. My aunt used to... I'm sorry. My aunt used to have that same throughway. You open up he said they go right through here. So, I ain't dissing you or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, Auntie Sharrell, you plan on going on at 6 o'clock this evening and talking about Jaguar, whatever capacity you're going to say. And I hope you don't say nothing about me because trust me to God, that is the last thing you want to do. You talk about stars. I actually got star friends, people that I have established relationships with for over 20, 25 years. You understand what I'm saying? Only thing I have to do is just show them a couple of your videos. And you thought that these nobodies that were all the Real Housewives and such is a lawsuit? Let me show you somebody that you talked about. I can name 4 off the top that's going through your videos. 4 off the top that I know personally. If I told them and showed them your video, because a lot of people, let me tell you honestly and true, but let me keep it a buck here so it don't seem phony. A lot of people, sometimes I'll send them videos. You don't believe me? You could ask some of them. You understand what I'm saying? Pick and choose whoever you think. You understand? I send them videos because I want to let them know how you talking about them. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, unbeknownst that people are saying certain things. People was out here last week talking about Rich Dollars and his daughter, Ashley, didn't even know what was going on, but everybody had a blog talking about it, right? You understand? Everybody with puff out their mouth, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Well, it seems like you more homosexual than you call it puff. What type of man is investigating another man, wondering what another man's slong has been year after year after year? What do you want a fucking date or something? I'm lost here. You understand what I'm saying? You better watch out. Hey, Puff, some of them are, you know what I mean? So it's not even about that. But if I give it to you, some of the guys that I've worked with in the past, currently still know. If I sent them some of these videos that Sharrell made about them or whatever, sweetheart, you wouldn't survive it. You know that, and I know that. All right. So let's be honest here. Okay. Stay in the place of who you really are, not who you pretend who you are. All right. You're not worth that much. What are you worth? 1.2 or something like that. Most of it's in liquid. I told you it took me 15 minutes to find out about you. So I say this to you, Trina. I don't care who you talk about. You understand? Even when you agitate me, when you talk about people that I know, and I know the things that you're saying are not true or exaggerated or based off theory. All right. And I'm not going to put anybody on the microscope, but a lot of you do it. You understand? And one of the reasons I hover, I guess I don't hover amongst most of you, even though I've got a lot of people, is because I don't talk about stuff like that. You understand? I'm not going to get up here and tell everybody secrets. I'm not going to get up here and gossip about everybody and tell how I feel or go back and forth and argue. Even right now, I'm still respecting Sharrell. You understand what I'm saying? But come on, bitch. You too old for this shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, bitch, you almost 60. You understand? Your voice sound elderly. You struggling when you talk. Ow, 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 no. This is a mess. Y'all hit them like buttons for me. If you don't donate, at least hit the like button. I appreciate it. Because I want Auntie Trina with an A. I want Auntie Trina's old ass to see this. I want her to see this. Because you need to learn that somebody should have told you 2 years ago. You too old to be talking about shit like this. You understand what I'm saying? You have never been in it. You ain't never been a rapper. You ain't never been a singer. And if you were, you wasn't one of accolade. You ain't never sold no music. You ain't an artist to me unless you sold some music. I done sold music before. If you ain't sold music, don't talk to me. You're not an artist. You somebody with a hobby. You understand what I mean? That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it from a perspective from the industry. But more importantly enough, you turned your life into being a facilitator of gossip. And gossip about multitudes of people, I will give you that. You don't just pertain to people of color, so I can at least give you that. But bitch, you too old to be out here talking about the business of 20 and 30 and 40-year-olds right now. You understand what I'm saying? You and little elderly old Bobby over there. Hey, Bobby. Hey, girl. Oh, I know a kept man when I see you. Y'all know what a kept man is? A lot of you girls right now got a kept man at your house and don't even know it. That's the motherfucker that's sitting there in your living room right now playing PlayStation, eating up all the kids' snacks and shit, and ain't planning on replacing none of that shit. That's the motherfucker that ain't even got nothing but $40 on the light bill, and you ask him, what else you paying for this month? And he'd be like, well, that's it. Shout out to Bobby, the yes man of the year. Let's give a round of applause to fucking Bobby. I think that's what his name is. Whatever. You got some kind of fucking lame name that nobody will remember. But let's give a fucking clap to that fucking cocksucker. Just for sitting there and being emasculated day after day after day after day for some fucking views. You are the creme de la creme of bitches. You more of a bitch than she is. Anyway, long story, and do something about it. You ain't gonna fucking do nothing about it. You too fucking elder. Where you gonna go get somebody? Go get somebody. I got somebody too. Bobby. Fucking guy. The point I'm getting at here is, guys, these two are an elderly couple duo that sit on day after skimming through stories. They got to be the first one on the story. They got to be the first one gossiping. They got to be the first one talking about somebody. And right now, as of 6 o'clock, which should be in 10 minutes, Sharrell, aka Trina with an A, is going to go live and she's going to talk about Jaguar, right? She's going to give you the dish. And she's going to tell you a whole bunch of bullshit that she thinks is going to accumulate up to something. She's going to talk about everything about Jaguar, right? But I can guarantee you this old broad ain't going to say shit about her own issues. Bitch, you got sued 3 times. You and Bobby can sit up there and try to explain the shit, try to act like you was doing good and gold. Just keep it real. The prosecutors didn't want to pursue it because the states that were involved. He felt that it wouldn't be worth it. There was a probability that not only would you lose, but there's a probability within the case that it wouldn't have been solid. That's why they didn't proceed with it. Just because the only thing they had to have done was giving you another 2 or 3 days to continue talking. to be quite honest with you. Then they could have proceeded, then they should have proceeded along with suing you. They sued you too early. So you lucked out. They just sued you too early. Went down and filled out the little paperwork, spent their little $80 before they should have. You understand? You're lucky. Now you get one time like that, you get two times like that. You might even get three, which the third one was tossed out, right? But you don't get no fourth turns, Trina. All right. The fourth time you do it, oh well, hey, this is we got to do something. This chick keeps coming through. We're gonna let it be a fifth and a sixth time. No, they're not gonna proceed. And at your age, at 60, bitch, you and I both know you can't afford to lose it all. Now, can you? You can't afford to lose it all at damn near 60. Who's gonna hire you, Trina? What you gonna do? Start another YouTube page? Come on, Trina. You gotta think about this, Trina. I'm trying to help you. I'm here as counsel. You understand? I'm here as counsel. That's what I do. That's why they call me professional. I'm here as counsel. I'm here to help you. And the way I'm trying to help you, sweetheart, is trying to tell you, you need to slow down a little bit. Huh? You're talking about the wrong people. You're moving around the wrong way. And you're too old for this stuff. Trina's almost 60. Trina Sharrell. Trina Sharrell. You sound like an old 80s group. All right, everybody. Hold on. All right, everybody. We got Renee and Angelo here tonight. We got Peebo Bryson, and we got Sharrell's World making a special. She sounds like an old 80s R&B group. I like this broad. And I think like a lot of other bloggers, she could do more. Tina cracking up. We got Sharrell, Pepsi, Riley. We got Peebo Bryson. Oh shit. And we got Sharrell's World making a special appearance here tonight. Y'all everybody give it up. Don't they sound wonderful? Don't they sound beautiful? Ooh, wah. Ooh, wow. Bobby in there like this. What you say, baby? Move to the left. Okay, baby. We gonna start calling Bobby, okay, baby. Okay, baby, I'll shut up, baby. I ain't never seen a man be on this woman's show and this woman be like, shut your ass up. You soft motherfucker. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Trina, aka Sharrell's World. If you choose to go live at 6 o'clock, talk about Jaguar, right? Please look at yourself. Please look at the 3 consistent law. And like I said, you guys looked this up. The last one was with Diane Jenkins. This was back in November. Okay, so she had a lawsuit against her in November. Okay, I'm not making this up. She had a lawsuit November 2022. We only in February. Okay, so this is just recent. She just had a lawsuit put against her, and she's quiet about it. You're quiet about it. If you're going to talk about everybody fucking else, talk about those lawsuits you get. Don't just get up there and try to defend yourself on the camera like you're about to do at 6 o'clock. Don't just go there and try to defend yourself when you're talking about, oh, well, somebody's attacking me or whatever, because you stupid whore, you spend every day of your fucking life, you piece of shit, bitch, fucking talking about people. All right? Every day of your fucking life. And you're lucky nobody came. You're lucky. You're lucky. You're lucky. You got 1 or 2 friends. You're lucky. But your luck's gonna run out. You know, luck only lasts for a little bit, Trina. They say you know somebody's coming through your fucking window or something. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know these things. You hear from me. But let me tell you, Trina, today, I really hope that you, Trina, make a better decision moving forward in life. Because time's ticking. I'll talk to you guys later.